Good afternoon, thanks very much. Look, as we know, there were media reports that there was going to be significant weather, adverse weather down in the southern regions over yesterday and today, and there were reports that there may have been landslides. Obviously, that has not eventuated. Suffice to say, though, we're remaining postured to support if indeed weather events do deteriorate and we do have any significant issues. We'll be postured, ready to support the emergency management services. Today I'm going to be focusing on New South Wales. As some may know, I spoke about Victoria yesterday, and tomorrow I will talk about South Australia as a focus item. So today I visited Merimbula and Eden and saw a chainsaw strike team in action. Now, it was very interesting going back to Merimbula and Eden. I was there several days after the surge had begun, and it was a very different picture. As when I was there the first time, very few people. There was obviously a lot of nervousness about the fires that were raging, and today, very different scene. Thriving and a resilient community getting back to business, and I think that speaks volumes about the wonderful work of our emergency management services and what they've done, and our volunteers, but also the community. Now, there are a couple of I guess human sides of what I've seen in New South Wales that I thought were worth talking about today. So we have Padre Muller, who's from Batlow. That's where he was born, and he has actually gone back to that very same town to provide pastoral care. And I think for him it's very special to be able to do it. But I note also that he had lost his house in the 2009 Black Saturday fires. So it was obviously in a position to be able to understand how others are feeling at this moment, and he's working very hard to provide pastoral care to those affected communities. We have many others who are working in communities where they were raised or where they've had family holidays previously, and they're familiar with the areas. We have leading Seaman Dunnett, who is serving on the HMAS Adelaide from Bega, and she also worked in Cobargo for a time, and because she knows that area, she's been able to provide that knowledge to the crew of the Adelaide when they're planning their operations, and just to essentially provide, I guess, that human side of the towns where they're working. We recently had the Navy clearance divers and heavy lift operators in the Army working together. Now, that would not be a natural connection, but for the purpose of this activity it was. Indeed, with the emergency management services, they came together to recover a downed RFS helicopter that crashed in the vicinity of Eden last week. And I note that it actually went into the source of water for the local community. So significant operation, very important, and just shows the teams that can form in these sort of very difficult times. And then finally, I heard a story today when I was visiting the chainsaw strike team that a group of soldiers just happened by a house or a property where the owner was not able to get off the property because of the fallen trees, and he needed to get to his routine cancer treatment, and so they quickly jumped in, cleared the path, cleared the road so he could get there. And I think that is one of so many stories that we will not even hear about, but people are just out there doing their best to try to help our emergency management services and the community. Tasks going on in New South Wales: we have route clearance, we have fodder distribution, we have distribution of goods, water distribution, fire mapping, pastoral care, and a number of other activities that are critical at the moment. The statistics in New South Wales, very impressive. We have 1,633 people, 848 reservists. We have 100 personnel from other countries. We have 9 helicopters, 3 aircraft operating, and obviously that changes depending upon the circumstances in the different areas. We've provided support to 23 Department of Human Services pop-ups. We have provided thousands of litres of fuel, 410,000 litres of water. We have supported the construction of 7 kilometres of fire breaks, and we have supported 58 affected communities. So a significant effort, and the effort goes on to support the wonderful work of our emergency management services, the volunteers and the community. Are there any questions? No questions? Thank you very much.